Let's talk about how to get more responses on your roof quotes, and I'm not gonna get into specific like sales stuff, because the truth is stormmedia.com, we're a marketing company for home service businesses. So over the past year and a half, we've been helping service businesses scale and just getting them more opportunities to close. But I wanna talk about how to get more responses to your roof quotes that isn't directly sales, isn't directly what to say in the close, because the truth is, we haven't ran any roofing appointments, but we do have some pretty good value to provide, and I wanna talk about it here. So number one, that's just setting a follow-up appointment. So follow-up appointment. Now, this is something we recommend to people who can't quote in person. If you cannot quote in person, it's really beneficial for you to just set up another appointment for them. So you got your first appointment, you go check out the roof, put together the quote, and if you can't put together the quote right there, you go back into the office and you put together the quote. But before you leave, you make sure you set up a follow-up appointment where you say, hey, I don't got the numbers for you right now, but in about 3 days, I should have all the numbers together, all the itemized stuff that you would normally provide over email, and just say, I'll come back in about 3 days. Does this time still work for you 3 days from now? And then we can just go over that quote and see if that might be something you want to move forward with today. Are you looking to get this done now, or are you just looking to get this done, 3 months down the line? And you just ask questions like this so that you can, and sorry, that was totally what I said I wasn't gonna do, but that kicked into a different gear. But setting up that follow-up appointment is going to be able to make sure that you get another chance in person to close them, because the killer to roofing sales, and the truth is, we've worked with companies like this who don't quote in person, and the worst thing to do is just send an email a couple days later, or text them the quote in a couple days with no context, no follow-up, or maybe you'll just call and say, do you have any questions? No, you wanna ask if they wanna buy. So you wanna make sure that you're setting up that follow-up appointment where we're in person. You can say, here's all the numbers, here's all the information, would you like to move forward? And so you make sure that you set up that follow-up appointment because it's a lot more effective in person. Now, another one is sending value-dense videos. So we're gonna just say sending videos, just to kind of summarize this, because the truth, we'll put articles too. Because the truth is, homeowners are looking for a roofing company to trust, and we're kind of in a trust recession right now. Nobody trusts anyone. And for the roofing companies who have a long warranty, have a long track record, they're the ones winning because they trust them. They've gotten a referral. That's the reason why when someone refers your roofing company from, someone else, there's a reason why you tend to close 90% of the time. 90% of the appointments set by referrals, you're bound to close. So the reason is because they already trust you. They already have the budget and they know someone else who worked with you. So unless they're going to get more quotes, chances are, and I've seen this across the board, you close 90% of referrals. So sending videos and articles pre-appointment, make sure that you are more trustworthy so you don't even have to kind of do the afterward, following up with them and chasing them just to see if they were interested in accepting your roof quote. Instead, you can send a pre-appointment nurture, which is a totally different video I made on this channel called the Pre-Appointment Nurture for Home Services, where you send value-dense videos and articles. And by value, I mean, let's talk about metal roofing and kind of go through the reasons why metal roofing is better. Let's talk about metal roofing, standing seam versus, I forgot what it's called, where you just nail it through and the rubber kind of, doesn't last. Like things like that. So sending them videos and objection handles, okay? Essentially, you package your objection handle that you may have for, let's say a homeowner says, this is too much money. And you already have your whole objection handle where you're like, totally get it, blank, 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 blank. And like I said, I'm not gonna talk about the specific words because we haven't ran a roofing sales appointment, but having all those objections handled pre-appointment, which is something that we can do, like automated, start sending these videos pre-appointment so they can make sure they get all this information and all their objections handled before you even show up. Yeah, that's gonna increase the chance that you don't even have to chase them down afterward to see if they're still interested, to see if they wanna move forward with your quote. If you just battle the objection of, well, I wanna think about it. or I want to, talk to someone else about this, or, this is too much money, or let's just wait until fall. Like all these different reasons that you keep getting and all these questions that you keep getting can be packaged into a video just like this, whether more professional or less, packaged into a video just like this and sent to the homeowner pre-appointment, which in all honesty, just saves time, beats those objections, and makes the salesperson look more trustworthy. Now, number 3, something else I talked about in the pre-appointment nurture is just making the appointment more effective by making it more personal. So sending a 30-second or even 60-second pre-appointment video. So we're gonna say 60-second intro video, which I'm gonna talk about in just a moment, which, by the way, is going to make your salesman step out of their comfort zone just a little bit just to do this, but will be able to make the sale appointment more personal, which is essentially like this. You get a new appointment on the salesman's calendar. He gets a notification, new roofing appointment, new roof quote appointment, XYZ day with XYZ. And he sends a video to the homeowner before the appointment like this. Hey, this is Carl from XYZ Roofing. I just wanted to send you a quick video introducing myself, and I just wanted to double check for our time on Monday at 10 p.m. I just want to make sure that that time still works for you, but also I hear you were interested in metal roofing. So before the appointment, I'm gonna just send over a couple of videos kind of talking about metal roofing, some videos and articles that we've made that could potentially educate you more on the roofing process and the metal roofing process and how they could help. And so I'm gonna send those over. I just wanna make sure that, their email is still a great place to send, but I also want to double check that you're still going to be able to show up at this time and that everyone's going to be home that's going to be required to make this decision. So just let me know, shoot me over a quick text. This is Carl from XYZ Roofing, and this is going to be my direct line. That simple. If you didn't catch that, rewind it. But I made another video, and just to kind of explain why someone would want to send a video like that and why your salesman would want to send a video like that. And notice how I didn't say the homeowner's name. You can record this video once and keep sending it. Or you can make it personal every single time and just keep sending it to every new person. And you saw that. Maybe it took me one shot, but I probably, fake recorded that video 3 or 4 times. But I'm able to do that in probably 30 seconds and shoot that off to the homeowner. And how this helps is it makes the sale personal. They reached out on a personal line, which could just be a business provided phone with blue text. And they reached out and they introduced themselves. They showed what they look like, which does also determine how they're going to feel about the salesman. Now, if you've got a salesman who, is an ex-felon, is huge, tattoos, hey, I'd hold off on the video. But if you're someone who, is just an okay salesman, like there's nothing wrong with them, have them send this video because it's going to be able to make it feel more personal because they're not just buying from the company. They're buying from the salesman who works at this company. They're helping out the salesman with the commission, not just the company. So you're making it more personal. You're making the sale more personal and more engaged. And it doesn't take that long anyways. You saw me, it took 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And if you get it down and you re-record it for every single person, maybe take 60 seconds before the appointment. You just shoot it over to them as soon as the appointment gets booked on their calendar. I mean, it builds that intro, it builds that personalization so you don't have to chase the homeowner after you give them the quote to follow up. Hey, what'd you think about the price? You don't have to keep chasing them because you're already building all this. You beat all the objections, you made it more personal, and that's just to give another chance to sell the roof. So I hope this all made sense. If you have any comments, the comments are free. And if you're a roofing company looking to get more leads, then just tap the button below. Right now we're doing a pay per exclusive roof replacement lead program where you just pay per exclusive roof replacement lead. That's TCPA compliant. So there's gonna be more information on that if you click down there, or if you're just looking to work together and potentially just wanna see if this might work out together, then storymedia.com, feel free to go book a call and I can just kind of explain to you more of our process. But the truth is these steps are not going to be the whole process. Your roofing company is going to have to get good at sales. And if you're not a company who's very good at sales, I wouldn't recommend that you book a call with us. unless you're looking to, you're okay with spending a little bit of money, learning the process, getting your reps in with more people who are interested in your services, then totally go book a call. But if you're not someone who's very confident in your sales process, not very confident in your systems, there is something I urge you to fix as soon as possible, and that's your systems and your sales processes. So feel free to reach out, stoymedia.com, and if you have any comments, drop a comment.